Brought to you by...
Before we get into today's video, I would like to give a quick shout out to one of our most beloved sponsors, Horror Pack. Horror Pack is a horror film subscription box that brings 4 carefully chosen fright flicks to your doorstep each month, bringing back a little bit of that video store nostalgia. How does this work, you might ask? Using our affiliate link down in the description, just head on over to horrorpack.com. Choose your plan of either DVD or Blu-ray. Select the payment option that best suits your needs. The longer the plan, the more you save. The Frightful staff packs and ships your horror pack to you, so one day you wander out to your mailbox and find a tightly packaged nightmare waiting for your viewing pleasure. And the best part, not only are you introducing yourself to a whole new world of horrors, hassle-free, but you're watching your collection grow without ever having to lift a finger. So get yourself Horror Pack and grow your horror collection today. Hello friends, and welcome back for some more bite-sized reviews, where we are slowly learning that even the shortest of stories can leave lasting effects. Have you ever been alone in your bed as a storm brewed outside your window, listening to the distant whistling of the wind as it creeps through the cracks of the old panes, and suddenly felt the presence of something that you cannot see lurking in the room with you? Well, that is the situation our protagonist finds herself in, as she is awoken during the stormy night by a strange whistling noise coming from outside of her bedroom. Set among the dreary atmosphere of a stormy night, and lit beneath the soft blue glow of the moon, accented by the warmth of interior sources, the whistling of the wind through the cracks in the window panes begins to craft an eerie atmosphere that looms over this young woman alone in her apartment. The film is kept short, sweet, and to the point. The entity that stalks her doesn't wait long to strike, and looms as a presence beneath a thin veil. This is yet another prime example of a story with no dialogue and very little actually going on. But how this differs to me is in the atmosphere that it manages to set within such a short amount of time. The horror of this one stems from the idea that something inhabits her safest place, that aims to harm her. We never get to see what the entity is, or what it wants, only that it is there to claim her. I'm giving Whistling Silence an A. A running theme throughout horror shorts is one of keeping things simple. Many filmmakers attempt to only create an emotional reaction of fear using very little resources. Our next film continues this trend by placing us alone with a monster in the room. Opening in a slow and creeping dolly move that places us within the POV of a terrified young girl hiding in a closet and peering out into the dark and dingy bedroom. The entirety of this one is crafted in CGI, which fairly impressed me to say the least. But then you take into account that the whole thing also takes place in one long shot, and it becomes a very interesting concept. Personally, I'm not, nor have I ever been, an advocate of CGI, but it's still always interesting to see what people do with it from time to time. The entity is chosen to be kept in shadow, only emerging when the lights are out, appearing only as a shadowy figure with glowing eyes. This was very reminiscent of the film Lights Out, and does prove to be an effective choice. The camera shifts us about from side to side, peering around the room as the entity moves throughout the frame, watching her and waiting to strike, which definitely helps enhance that ominous atmosphere of dread. While not much story exists here, the entire film is a brilliant example of sound design. The atmosphere is built from the creaking of the floorboards, the skittering of the creature's claws on the walls, the thudding of heavy footsteps, and our character's heavy, terrified breathing that accompanies the complete lack of score. Personally, I was surprised that I liked this one as much as I did, and I have to give The Room a C+. But why confine ourselves to one small place? Why don't we break free of the room and see what horrors are lurking out in the halls? Stay out of the halls. The only warning that this film gives as we watch a man encounter something strange outside of his apartment door. The beauty of this one lies within its simplicity, focusing the entire narrative structure around one small section of hallway. It builds tension well through incredible sound design and a building atmospheric score that plays high strings to elevate our tension. The visual style of the film built the tension well with slow creeping zooms, low hanging angles, and dull, almost grim lighting. The protagonist's performance here is well executed, and he displays a heightened state of fear pretty well. The ending is where it falls a little short for me. It reveals a weird truth or dare style smiling ghost that just made me laugh more than anything. I've never been a fan of face morphing effects. Even in the best of examples, it ends up falling short. Personally, I think people should just stop using it. I understand the idea that it takes something familiar and twists it into something strange, but it looks terrible. Knock it off. I'm giving The Halls a C-. Through my exploration of YouTube, I continue to find more and more shorts that yearn to be explored. It pains me that more people don't seek these films out. There are a lot of struggling filmmakers out there who are attempting to create something interesting with their art, and so many of them just are left overlooked. As I am learning, around every corner is a fresh story, and through every door, in every locked room, deep in the shadows, there exists some talented storytellers. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider supporting ETF on Patreon. You don't have to give a lot. Every little bit helps this channel grow and helps us bring you new content to enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you aren't already. Click that bell icon to be notified on all our future videos, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.